Sha-la-la-la-lo. Right?
Hello, friends, and welcome
To the next melodic episode
We're
of
back. It's been a while.
A Fool's Perspective.
You went somewhere else.
That's how the intro always starts.
Well, we're a Pack Fools podcast.
We are the Pack Fools Podcast.
The official Pack Fools podcast, known as...
A Fool's Perspective.
Yeah, we took a bit of a hiatus.
Yeah.
For no particular reason.
We had some homework. No, it was a spiritual journey, really.
Yeah, we were trying to find out who we were.
We went up in the mountains.
And what did we find?
I found a bag of old popcorn.
Well, this week we have a guest on our journey back from the mountain. We found Kaylin.
Hi.
Hi, Kaylin.
I'm very pleased and scared to be here.
Scared? Why?
Yes, because I have stage fright.
Well,
We're scared too. Thankfully, you're in a chair and there's no stage.
Also, lean into the stage.
There we go. Kaylin, why don't you tell us your name and where you're from?
No, we already covered that.
No, we did? Okay.
We don't need to tell the people where she's from.
All right. Location, YouTube.
So, what brought us back to this beautiful thing we call a podcast? Rob?
There was something about movies and awards, and I think it was called the Oscars.
Every time I shoot to Rob for something, I'm teeing up something for him to say something funny. And then he always goes and just says exactly what he thinks he should say.
Yeah.
I guess.
Don't you do that?
I guess that is kind of funny if you think about it. Well, yeah, the Oscars were last night. Good job, Rob.
I mean, I'm going for points here.
You scored.
Yeah.
That's a 2-pointer, though.
Big
It was a
job.
bit of a layup.
I was looking for a 3. All right.
You can't
No
shoot
three?
a 3 for just nailing it on exactly what it was supposed to be.
I can shoot a 3.
Yeah?
Yeah. You want to redo that?
Who won sound editing last night?
It was the guy with the
Hold
movie...
on, I have my list.
No. This is a question
Hold
for
on.
Rob.
Hold
We're not
on.
doing
I know,
trivia.
I know this.
Then say
It was the guy from...
3, 2, 1.
Wasn't...
Incorrect. It was
Black Panther won music.
It was Bohemian Rhapsody. So, anyways.
Do you know who won sound mixing?
No.
Kaylin for the steal.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
You were going to say no. Did you watch the Oscars, Mike?
Honestly, I watched most of it because I was traveling to and from 3 different places during the Oscars.
Why?
Well, I had dinner with Danielle and her family, then I went to her house, and then I went from her house to my house.
Got it. So
So I missed quite a bit, but the majority of it I saw.
you saw the big ones though. By the end of it,
Mhm.
you saw the big 4.
I did.
General thoughts, Kaylin. What did you think of the Oscars last night?
I love award shows. I pretty much love everything that most people find boring, so I thought it was great. Performances, awards, the whole shebang, especially the red carpet.
I was just about to say you probably really like the red carpet.
The first hour is my favorite part.
Really?
Yep.
Just for the dresses and whatnot.
Just for the dresses and the handsome gentlemen.
Who had your favorite dress?
Wow.
Put her on the
What
spot.
a loaded question I just
Wow.
threw at you.
Honestly, I don't think, for me, what stole the show was Lady Gaga's Breakfast at Tiffany's
The jewel?
128 karat yellow diamond.
It was like $30 million,
Yep.
that one.
She for
of
sure had
jewelry.
4 armed security guards following her the whole
Yeah.
night.
And do we assume she bought that or she was
No,
given
it's always
that?
loaned.
Yeah,
That stuff
she
is
was
always
given
loaned.
that for
He
that
always
for the
wants
award show.
publicity.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Rob, what'd you think of the dress?
I'm guessing she said yes to it. You know? Like that show. Like that show sometimes people watch.
Why couldn't you have done that with the Oscars?
Yes. Why can't you do that when I tee it up for you?
Because I only say what I think is right.
And that was right.
That was right at the time.
We're not going to cover every single fucking award because a lot of them were, best fucking animated short. Do you care that one?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
That was
I
a
do
great
too.
animated
The
short.
one before
Oh,
The
I probably shouldn't have
Incredibles?
said that because, yeah, you're right. That one was really
Bao
funny.
was fucking amazing.
That was hilarious.
Spoilers, Bao won.
Bao one. I couldn't fucking think
You
of
got
a
any
bad
phone
one.
call?
Really?
I'm getting a phone call.
Really now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not telling them to call me.
Now you have to take it on the air.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Why didn't you pick up before?
Well, because we're live.
Oh, I didn't know you were recording.
Yeah.
Hi, Morgan. You're on the air. Welcome to a Pack Fools podcast. What do you have to say to the people?
Hi.
Morgan, what'd you think of the Oscars, real quick?
It was very rushed, I think,
Ooh, hot
Interesting.
take. Go ahead.
but it was pretty good.
Overall, 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd
Why,
say 6
why
out of
putting
10.
fucking numbers on her mouth?
I don't know. I was just saying. She said it was all right.
Dude, gross.
I gave it a number.
Yeah, no, I would say 5 out of 10. It's kind of
Ooh.
neutral.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Ooh, rough crowd.
Less than what you
Oh,
wanted it to be.
crowd.
I just feel like it was really rushed.
Is it because there was no host?
I was just gonna say that was really
Yeah.
interesting how it was like how it flowed with no host.
Do you
Yeah.
want to know
Yeah.
what our thoughts were about the Oscars having no host?
What?
You should check out our channel.
Check out the podcast when it comes out. Now get off the phone.
I just want to know when I can come over.
You can come over right now.
Come on down.
Wow, guys, this is live.
This is
Yes.
live and in color. Yeah.
I should professionally cut this, but I don't think I will.
Are you serious? This
Barring-
is what the people come in to listen
This
to.
is absolutely
Yes.
what they came in for, right?
Uncut, raw, unedited.
Is this what
realism.
Is this what I'm going to title the episode? Morgan calls in.
Morgan calls in on the Oscars.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman calls in.
Morgan
Ah.
calls out the Oscars.
Calls out.
Oh, hey. Can we put a soundbite of the audience going, oh?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
There was just dead silence there.
Wait, but this time.
I did it. Yeah.
Ah!
We took a first spin there.
Yeah, so come over whenever you want and, bring something.
Yeah.
Bring something for the
Rob,
people.
let her know your exact address.
Oh,
Because I
it's
think she forgot.
42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
New York.
I can't really walk in when you guys are podcasting, though.
Just knock.
Just knock and we'll let
pause
you
it,
in.
yeah.
You could just flip the tape sign on my bedroom door from live to not recording.
Text Rob, and then we'll pause it. We'll come right back.
Okay,
All right, bye.
sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was nice.
And we're back.
And we're back.
What a
What a
never
terrible
left.
take on the Oscars.
What
Oh
a
my God.
terrible take. All right, well, that was kind of a good segue to get us right into the first topic, and that's the hostless Oscars. How did you guys think of the way they started? Well, they started it with the Queen performance,
Right.
which was cool.
Adam Lambert, correct?
I did miss that.
I missed that part.
Oh, you guys missed the opening.
So
I missed the opening.
He's phenomenal. I love Adam Lambert.
Great
Queen,
singer.
Yeah.
He's not Freddie Mercury, though.
No.
No.
He doesn't sound anything like him.
No one is.
No.
Nobody
Nobody
can
is.
do that.
So I thought it was fine. I mean, I love listening to Queen, like the music and everything. They were playing. They did "We Will Rock You," "We Are the Champions." They did that
Oh, okay.
the combo,
hmm
and it was a great live performance. But I couldn't help watching and going, I don't think I could go to that concert with Adam Lambert. I just don't feel like it's the same.
I liked it. I feel like he vibed with Queen, and they had a good flow on the stage, and also the audience was so into it. Did you see the audience just rocking out? And
Yeah.
just having such a great time.
They seemed really into it, and then there was just really the comical moment of everyone just slowly sitting down. Like,
Correct.
is this the
That
part
did
where
happen.
we sit down?
Is it over?
Yeah, they did "We Will Rock You" all the way, like the first minute of "We Will Rock You," and then it slowed down into "We Are the Champions," and they have a shot of the crowd, and you just see everyone sit down. Like, all right, we're done standing for this part. But it was great. I agree. The music was fun. It was a really good way to start the show because it was a really hot way to start the show, knowing how crazy and weird the fact that it was hostless. I thought it was the right way to start the show out of all the wrong ways that could have been.
Was it crazy though that it had no host?
Yeah, there's never not been a host.
Because
Pretty sure.
I'm just gonna say it now. I kind of liked it. That
Yeah.
when they didn't have a host.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, me either.
No, I was gonna get there.
Yeah.
I thought this went really well
Yeah.
Yeah.
for a show that everyone was freaking out about the fact that there was no host. It went really well, And also, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, and
Mhm.
Maya Rudolph coming out and basically doing like a half monologue to
Right.
start the show was great. I
Yeah.
thought they were hilarious, and
Yep.
it was a really fun way to start the show.
Yeah.
They're great in
So,
general.
Did you guys see that part, or did you miss that too?
I came in like in the middle of it, so
In the
I
middle
missed,
of that
I
part.
missed a
So
lot
did
of
I.
it. Yeah,
So like
that's when I started watching in the middle of that.
in a usual Oscars, the host would have like a 10-15 minute monologue to start the show, but they did it for like 5 minutes with the 5-minute Queen performance combined with the two. It was a really smooth way to start the show, and they started off with I think they usually do this though. They started off with a big award, being the
Right.
outstanding
Best supporting actress.
best supporting actress, and that went to Regina King
Right.
for If Beale Street Could Talk, and that movie looks really good. I guess we should clarify now. I don't know about Kaylin, but we didn't see many of these Oscars.
Yeah,
No.
no, I didn't.
No.
we're
see any of
we're a
them.
big fan of award shows and we love movies, but we didn't see a lot of these Oscar nominees.
I honestly feel like ashamed of myself that I didn't see If Beale Street Could Talk because I'm a huge James Baldwin fan. He is a icon in literature, and I've read a lot of his work. Not If Beale Street Could Talk, but he is amazing, and I'll definitely be seeing this movie at some point soon.
It's
And-
so interesting because I knew you majored in history in college. So just you saying that you're a huge fan of literature, I didn't expect that.
Just to clarify, my major, actually my master's degree.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Oh shit. Well, 2 other people have masters.
So are
here,
you
so
like
don't
that
sound-
person who, like, when they get in an argument with someone, you're like, did you even go to college? Do you have a master's degree? Are you that kind of person?
No, I just
Okay.
know it in my heart, and so I know my truth. And
Well, you're leaving the people in suspense.
It's
What
just
is your
fancy.
master's degree?
it's in English literature.
Anthropology, that's so cool.
Anyways, back to Regina King. If Beale Street Could Talk. Definitely on the list now. That movie
Yeah.
makes it onto the list of things to see. I would suggest to the group here, the guy that directed it, his name is Barry Jenkins, and he filmed a movie last year that won Best Picture, Moonlight.
Oh, okay.
And I highly suggest you guys see
I
that.
thought
movie.
La La Land won last year.
It didn't. It was a whole big fucking
Too
mess.
soon. Too soon.
I honestly was expecting that tonight, and we'll get there when we get to the Best Picture. But yeah, Barry Jenkins, great director. Beale Street Could Talk won that one award. I don't think it won another one for the rest of the
I
night.
don't think so.
But it was a good way to start the show. She had a really nice speech. So yeah, and that will segue into our first category. Our award show
I'm
categories tonight. I wanted to ask you guys, what did you... Hopefully my phone doesn't just randomly go off here. What was your guys' favorite speech tonight? Last night.
Oh, it's kind of a toss-up for me. It's between... I don't know the guy's name. The guy that won Best Actor for
Rami Malek? Yep.
Yeah, Robbie Malek and Lady Gaga, I think, were my favorites.
For your favorite speeches?
Yeah.
Lady Gaga's was very inspirational. Rami Malek was sweet. It
Yeah.
was nice because he seemed really shocked.
Yeah, he was so calm.
Oh,
How
maybe
about,
I'm lying.
how about his fall off the stage afterwards?
I heard about that.
Did he?
He had to get seen by paramedics. He's
Yep.
fine,
Yes.
but apparently it was rough enough where he actually
Yeah.
had to get seen by paramedics.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, he was really excited.
After the live taping stopped of the Oscars, he went off the stage and fell off the stage and had to be seen by paramedics.
How about that?
Yep.
How about that? It's like Jennifer Lawrence falling up the stairs
Correct.
when she won the Oscar, and that was on television.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylin, what was your favorite speech?
Well, my favorite speech might surprise you because it wasn't for one of those big categories. My favorite was from the winner of the Best Documentary Short Subject.
I was just about to say.
Is this
Yeah.
when they run up and they go, I can't believe
Yep.
documentary about periods won the
Mhm.
Oscar?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That was a good one.
my favorite speech was from the winners of Period End of a Sentence. And it was Reika Zitabchi and Melissa Burton who made that documentary.
Mhm.
And my sole reason for it being my favorite speech was the quote, "A period should end a sentence, not a girl's education."
Yeah.
That was good.
Powerful as fuck.
Yeah, I was just about to say before. Maybe I'm lying because I was going to say that
Yeah.
was probably the best one.
Yes.
Feminism. Okay. No, I agree with you guys. I thought that was a lot of fun. I'd never heard of this documentary. I didn't hear of any of the
Me either.
documentary category.
Nor did I.
But when that one won and they were so goddamn happy, the one girl was crying,
Yep.
but they were just kind of like blown away by the whole thing,
Yep.
and she was laughing, saying that.
Mhm.
You felt the energy.
Yeah.
It was a very palpable
Yep.
energy in the crowd. Rob, favorite speech?
I really liked, was his name Robbie Malek?
Yeah.
I really liked his speech. He was really calm. And I also liked, Lady Gaga's was okay. Like, it was inspirational, but it didn't really do a lot for me. I would say Robbie Malek would probably be my favorite. He was so calm and collected, and I felt like he was really genuinely happy that he was able to portray Freddie Mercury in such a way that people received it so well.
Also, the fact that Rami Malek is he's the son of Egyptian immigrants, and Freddie Mercury was also the son of immigrants. I'm not sure what nationality he is, but he was. But I think that was, especially during this current political climate, that's something really powerful to have a movie about a successful son of immigrants played by a successful son of immigrants. Really awesome.
I believe Rami Malek, that win is the first ever Arab heritage person
Really?
to win an Oscar.
Really?
I believe that
Wow.
he's the first.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Which is really cool. It was a really cool moment for him. Another movie that I have not seen, but from everything I've heard, the movie is fine, but he is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, everything I've heard about that movie, he carries that movie on his back.
Yes.
He's actually like a phenomenal actor.
He's really good. I've
So
liked him in
good.
everything he's done.
The one thing I will say is he's one of the weirdest looking motherfuckers I've ever seen.
He's got weird fish eyes. Yeah.
He has a weird look to him.
But it's so exotic.
Yeah.
Is it? Or is it kind of weird?
Like a koi fish.
He just looks really bugged out all the time.
Yeah.
So am I.
And I respect that.
Same.
So my favorite speech was Olivia Colman. The
Yes.
best actress.
The
That was
favorite.
another
I
great one.
love that speech.
She was fucking hilarious.
She was awesome.
I was dying the whole time.
Yep.
I have no idea who this person is. I've never
Yeah.
I have not seen that movie. I didn't hear much about it other than Rachel Weisz and Emma Stone being really good in it. Nothing. I haven't heard anything about Olivia Colman. She wins it out of nowhere. No one expected her to win. And she delivers possibly what you were saying about Rami Malek, in my opinion, the most genuine speech of the entire night.
Yes.
Yeah. I
She
totally
didn't know
forgot
what the
about
fuck
her.
was going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
She was making jokes left and right, and she was genuinely hilarious. So I thought that was just the most fun I had watching the show the whole time. It was just watching her freak out and just basically kill the whole crowd with just some great jokes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that.
So here's a question for you. Do you think that Glenn Close is going to be the new Leonardo DiCaprio in the Oscars?
No, I don't know if she'll get another shot. I mean, she's a great actress, but I don't know how many more shots she's going to get. She's kind of, I don't know how overlooked she is. Everyone knows she's amazing, and everyone knew Leonardo DiCaprio was good too. But do you know the numbers on how many nominations she's had?
No, not off the top of my head.
Because DiCaprio had some high-profile nominations, and that's
Yeah.
why he became a meme of himself, because he had some high-profile nominations and was subjectively, to whoever believes it, snubbed out of a few of them when he should have won certain years and didn't win others.
Did he win for The Revenant?
Yes.
That was the
Yeah.
one he won.
I
Right.
can't believe that's the one that he won.
That's what
for,
I
though.
said.
Like,
Exactly what I
really?
said. Boring.
Yeah.
That movie's
Yeah.
very boring,
Yeah.
and he's boring in that
Wolf
movie.
of Wall Street, way better.
That was
Yes.
He was nominated for that.
The Titanic,
He was I
iconic.
don't know if he was nominated for that. He was nominated for Django, which was my pick.
Yeah.
If he should have won
That
anything,
was, he was great in that
it should have been
movie,
Best
man.
Supporting in Django, because
Yeah.
that movie is amazing, and he is probably the best part about it, next to Christoph Waltz. I love that movie, and I love that
Oh, I
performance.
love Christoph Waltz.
Did he win an Oscar yet?
Christoph Waltz? Yeah, he won for Inglourious Bastards. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
good.
Oh, he's so
And I
fucking
think he
good.
did win for Django. I think he went back to back
Wow.
for those. And speaking of back to back, fucking Mahershala Ali.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I've learned about my biggest takeaway from the Oscars last night, if you put Mahershala Ali in your movie, you win Best Picture. That's it. That's it. You win. You just automatically win the Oscar if Mahershala Ali's in your movie, because he just can't be stopped. He's so goddamn good. He won again. He won last year for Moonlight. He won this year for Green Book, and then Green Book wins Best Picture, just like Moonlight won Best Picture last year.
I didn't even hear about Green Book.
I did, and I really wanted to see it, and I forgot about it.
I never heard of it before last night.
You guys will be super happy to hear about how everyone is super pissed that movie won.
Yeah, I honestly, that was part of what I was going to talk about here. That I am so shocked that movie won.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. It's one of the is it the next one? What's the next category? I forgot it's like
favorite performance.
Oh, the performance.
Yeah.
I mean, this one I wrote down because I was expecting everyone to say the same thing. It's obviously Shallow.
Yeah.
Right? Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga's performance
Brought me to tears.
Really?
I'm not
Really?
kidding, because they have a genuine connection to each other that's very, very beautiful, but also makes me really uncomfortable for Arena Shake.
I was just about to say, are they banging? Do you think they're banging?
Lady
No, I
Gaga
don't
and
think
her
so.
fiance just ended their relationship after recently becoming engaged, and I don't blame that guy, whoever he is, because that would make anybody uncomfortable. But Arena Shake is who she is, a stunning Victoria's Secret model, and
As you do.
she must be very confident in herself to be okay with her man.
Well, you can always just chalk it up as Bradley Cooper and I guess Lady Gaga to that extent as well. They're just really good actors, and they set it up so the way that whole performance was set up was to be directed and shot like it was right out of the movie.
Right.
And they did a really good job.
Yeah.
Making people really believe that they were in love.
Yep.
So
you think they were back in Allie and... what's his
exactly.
name?
I don't
What's the
fucking
guy's
know.
name?
I didn't
forgot.
Did you see the movie?
I did. I forgot
Yeah.
his name. Allie and someone. But
Hallie and someone.
They-
Bradley Cooper's character, someone.
they were phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it really did bring me to tears.
Wait, why did Lady Gaga and her fiance break up?
We don't know.
Oh, I thought, okay.
No,
Or
I
do
don't know.
we? No, we don't.
Bradley Cooper knows.
Bradley Cooper knows.
He sure does.
I gotta be honest with you, because it is my favorite performance of the night, that song. I couldn't help but feel like Bradley Cooper sounded like he was doing his Rocket Raccoon accent the whole time.
He's really not a great singer.
It was a gruff. It was.
Yeah.
It was like he was like pushing it out too hard. I don't know anything about singing.
I also feel like when you're in front of the, crowd of A-listers that you are at the Oscars,
He's not a performer.
Yeah.
He's not a singer.
Yeah.
He's a performer, but he's not a singer. And I remember watching the clip that went viral when he went up on stage at Lady
bad.
Gaga's concert, and he sounded bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
But he's not a singer, so you kind of got to
Yeah.
give him that pass.
Right.
And it's fun to see them up on stage
Right.
like that. And I guess it was the same idea here. But Lady Gaga is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a great
She was
singer.
phenomenal.
amazing.
She's objectively a good singer. I don't care what you say about her pop music. She is just a good singer.
She's also really changed in her, I think in the genre that she falls into now. Like, I don't think she's a pop singer anymore.
Well, you go from wearing meat dresses to
Yeah.
winning Oscars. You have to make some sort of change to
Yeah.
get there.
Well, that's how you get your fame. You wear a meat dress.
Yeah, well, she went the
Is that
Madonna
what I
route.
gotta do?
Yeah.
She went the Madonna route, and it
Yeah.
worked out for her. And she's very talented, so she deserved it. And
What was her album with Barry Manilow that really, like...
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
that's where it started, I
sparked
think.
it? She really, Barry Manilow is a legend.
Amazing, yeah.
So I think his influence and doing that kind of music really kind of made her grow as an artist and really changed her into what she is now. But that talent, that raw talent, was always in her. I feel she was always amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And iconic.
You don't go to Juilliard and suck.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen.
And she's also a fellow Guidette.
Guidette.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
I'm glad we covered that. And that kind of covers one of my other categories I wanted to talk about, was the most predictable win. Shallow was the
Shallow
easiest,
was, yeah.
the
Yeah.
easiest pick. The easiest
Yeah.
pick of the night. There was no other
I-
song winning that.
I just wanted
category.
to say something else about the performances, though. Did you guys catch Jennifer Hudson's performance?
Saw the whole
Yes.
thing. She
Yeah.
was bad.
She was bad.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about that.
I love her, and I think she's an amazing singer. That was a terrible performance. That was not a good song for her. That was, that big long note that she held towards the end, hurt me.
Yeah, it was cracking.
It hurt me.
Yeah.
It didn't sound good.
It's
No.
and you said it correct.
Yeah.
You said it well enough, because there have been other Oscar performances from Jennifer Hudson that have been
Oh,
amazing.
She
Right,
killed
yeah.
it.
So yeah, that I don't know what the circumstances. You're saying it was just not a good song choice for her.
I think it went well. Coming from someone I know a thing or two about music, and I studied music, and just it's technically difficult to sing a song that it encompasses all of your vocal range. So like she's starting out really deep in her alto, and then all of a sudden she has to belt out the soprano. It's like making that switch all the time is really difficult as a singer vocally. But I think that she might have been, I don't know, sick, or she wasn't on point that night, or I don't know.
There was also another factor that could have been a part of it. I don't know for sure, but I do know that as of like 2 weeks ago, there were only supposed to be 2 performances.
Mm-hmm.
They were bullied into doing all the performances for every song. So Jennifer Hudson might not have been one of those 2 performances.
Could be.
And had very little time.
She had very little time to prepare for it because she's not the one that's singing that song.
Right.
In the movie that she's singing for. So that was weird. Just like Bette Midler singing the Mary Poppins Return song, which I thought was cute.
Oh,
I didn't like that song.
Oh,
though.
I love her.
I thought it was fine.
No, she's
I really
great.
like her.
I didn't like the
I don't
song.
like the song,
The song
though.
didn't do anything for
I
me.
liked it.
I liked it. I thought it was fun. I thought it
liked it.
gave me good feels. I was like, this is a nice little Disney song. That's kind of how I looked at it.
guess.
I did love how they played the When a Cowboy Gets His Wings from the Ballad.
Oh,
of
I
Buster
love
Scruggs.
Oh, that was great.
I love that.
That was
song.
great.
That was great.
Have you seen the Ballad of Buster
No,
Scruggs?
I never even
I have.
heard of that movie.
It's another Netflix one.
It's
and
it's
that's
really
why.
it's pretty fun.
it's fucking weird.
It is weird, but the first part is really fun.
The one that song is from is the
Right.
first 10 minutes of the movie, and it's really great.
I think that's the
actually a
best
lot
part of
fun.
the movie.
It is, and
Yeah.
it gets weirder and weirder.
It does.
But that first,
It's really strange, that movie, though.
yeah, I don't think it was nominated for anything else. I think
No,
that's the
and I'm
only one I got.
surprised that it was nominated.
Yeah,
honestly.
me too. That's I feel like, but that's what I mean. I feel like that category was so devoted to Shallow
Yeah.
that you just kind of got like, all right, well, that was a song that came out this
Yeah.
year. Just throw it in there. So
I think it's worth mentioning as well how historical last night was, and the fact that Netflix movies won Oscars.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time a streaming service has
yes,
won an Academy Award.
yeah, Roma cleaned
Yeah.
the fuck up. Roma
Yeah.
dominated.
I haven't even heard of that movie.
Not Roma. Alfonso Cuarón
Right.
dominated last
Yeah.
night.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
won every Oscar he possibly could have, other than the Best Picture.
Yeah.
He won Best Director. He won Best Foreign Film. He won Best Cinematography.
Mhm.
This guy did everything in his fucking movie. He wrote it. He directed it. He shot it. He literally held the fucking camera himself and shot it himself. This guy is so goddamn talented. So that was well deserved. I
And
feel
he's
like.
already won awards before.
Right.
He's won.
Yeah.
He won before he won his first Oscar of the night. He had already had 3 Oscars before
Right.
that.
And he's critically acclaimed
Yeah.
already.
So now he has like 6
Yeah.
under his belt.
Wow.
Good for him.
Exactly. Well deserved because he's amazing. And I was sure Roma was winning
So was I.
Best Picture.
That's
I was
what I
sure.
thought.
I was 100% certain they were going to take it home because that movie it was culturally significant.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went with a different type of movie that was culturally not as much culturally significant.
But it was culturally significant for America.
You're talking about Green Book now.
Yeah.
Well, this brings us to I guess the biggest shock win category that I set up / snub. So in general, the kind of the mood and the climate going into this Oscars was not really any of the best pictures were all around well received. Every single nominee in this category has a significant amount of people that dislike that movie. So like you'll see all around the internet a lot of people saying this Oscars was just not good for the sake of the movies that were nominated. Like there were other really great movies that weren't even acknowledged. Like I feel like Paddington 2. I don't know if you guys have even seen that movie
No.
or even heard of it.
I've heard of it.
Holy fuck, that movie's amazing. Not one mention in this. Not even best CGI. What the fuck is it called? Special effects. Not best special effects. None of the performances were acknowledged, even in the Golden Globes, which is insanity to me. Because when you guys hopefully you eventually see it, you'll lose your fucking minds at how amazing that movie is. Paddington 1 and 2, both of them both.
That's the one with the bear in the raincoat. Right?
Exactly, the bear in the raincoat. It sounds ridiculous, but it's amazing. So
Alright.
that was just right off the fucking top of my head. That I'm talking about specifically now, Green Book, winning Best Picture. No one fucking saw that coming.
No, they didn't.
And a lot of people were really pissed off about it.
I imagine, yeah. Even I was like, really?
But
I thought Roma was going to
Yeah.
take it.
but for different reasons you guys might be thinking. Apparently, so says the words on the street, the movie is super face value. Like super basic themes. It's nothing special. Like it really doesn't do anything special, and also it doesn't really stay true to the true story that it's based off of. And so many people were like, this movie's garbage. This is not at all what we should be looking at as a society that's facing so much racism and all this other social issues today. This movie is not the movie that should be the forebearer of our issues. So that was the huge fucking blow up about Green Book right after the Oscars. I've never heard of it until a month ago. And like I said, Mahershala Ali being in it it's kind of like that weird common denominator between last year, people kind of expecting La La Land to walk out with it, and then Moonlight just snuck in and stole it. So it's just such a weird ending. I didn't really.
Yeah.
I was like uneasy at the end, going. I didn't feel satisfied by the ending.
Who did you want to win?
I didn't really care. That's kind of where I agree with the big outcry about the specific nominees of the Best Pictures. I would have loved if fucking Into the Spider-Verse got a Best Picture nomination, because
They did. Well, for animated.
they
For
won
animated,
Best
yeah.
Animated, and that was the pick. My
Yes.
one pick, and that I only truly cared about because it was one of the only movies I saw this year that was nominated, won, and that was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse for Best Animated Feature. I was going to riot in my bedroom if that movie didn't
There
work
was
out.
no
with the
way
Oscar.
that one was not going to win.
I've never seen anything like it before. Every other movie that was nominated, I was like, oh well, The Incredibles is a fucking sequel.
Mhm.
Isle of Dogs is a classic Wes Anderson movie. He's done that type of movie before, animation style wise. There was the two anime style movies.
Yeah.
And then there was Into the Spider-Verse. And out of all the ones I saw, I was like, I've never seen anything like Into the Spider-Verse before. Say what you will about the story when you eventually see it. That animation style will blow your fucking mind. And it changed everything about it that I thought that was possible with animations. So, well deserved. And from that point on, I was like, all right, I'm done. I could not care less who else wins tonight.
Well, when you asked me to think about, like, my biggest shock over who won or who lost, or, like, it's kind of like a bullshit category. It was achievement in makeup and hair, because Vice won, the Dick Cheney movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Black Panther didn't. And Black Panther cleaned up in
The production design,
and
yeah.
costumes.
But so
and,
deserved. Like,
yeah.
it was amazing, that movie with
Yeah.
that stuff.
The Black Panther did really well. It wasn't nominated for special effects,
No.
which I was surprised about.
I didn't think it would be.
They were nominated for Best Picture too, right?
Yes,
Which
that
is-
was
I'm
Awesome.
really surprised at that still.
the nomination. Just
Yeah.
even the nomination.
Yeah.
No, oh boy.
But why were you so upset about Vice?
Because like the Dick Cheney movie was not like Black Panther was such a difficult order, right? Like for makeup and hair, like
It was hefty.
right, and it's so culturally opposite of us and everything, and Vice was powder for your face, suit and tie.
It was prosthetics.
Like yeah,
Basic prosthetics.
yeah.
Well, I don't want to say basic because I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. in
But
that
like
sense.
it was a wig and like
Well, and this is a good conversation starter, because you think about that movie, Vice winning, and it winning off of entirely Dick Cheney's makeup.
Mhm.
That's when I assume that everyone that voted for that movie thought to themselves, wow, they did a really good job making him look like Dick Cheney. Didn't really take into account the other stuff. And then you look at a movie, do you guys remember the special effects winner? It went up against
I have a list.
Infinity War. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought Infinity
yeah.
War had it. And
So-
First
no, I didn't
Man
think so.
won.
I figured
Yeah.
that was gonna win actually.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just a gut feeling.
You just like that's got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Honestly, yeah. I was like,
Weird.
that one's gonna win.
Weird. I mean, I post it winning, I was like, oh, I guess because
I never thought Avengers was gonna win.
I really thought as the Oscars was progressing, I started getting this weird feeling like, oh, this is just they're handing out wins to everyone. Everyone gets a win. Everyone gets a win. You get a win. You get a win. You get a win.
My mom said the same thing. She's
Yeah.
like, everybody's getting a piece of the wealth this year.
Right.
I'm like, that's an interesting.
It used to be one movie would clean the fuck up.
Yeah.
One movie was the best movie, and it would win every category.
Yeah.
Now, over the past course of the last few years, it's like, well, I'm going to use this year as an example. Green Book won Best Picture, but I think the best director of a film was Alfonso Cuarón for Roma. It's like, how does that really fucking... The director made the fucking
Right.
movie.
Yeah.
So the best movie should go to the best fucking guy that made the movie, right?
Right.
You'd think. So, and that happens a lot. I only use this year as an example.
Right. It's like, how does the best director not make the best movie?
Right. It just,
Yeah.
to me,
Well,
it
that's
feels
what-
weird.
That's what I had this discussion with Alexa and Morgan, and it's just like,
Names people care about.
yes, we love them. You don't, but we do.
Well, yeah, you're talking to the audience now.
Yeah. But, Alexa tends to agree a lot with whoever wins the awards. And
She just rolls with it.
Well, no, because she holds a lot of, faith in the Academy's choices. And she said, well, yeah, I agree, these are the best movies and they deserve to win these awards. And I was like, I think the Academy is a load of garbage, and I think that if people like this movie, then it shouldn't be thrown out as a bad movie just because it didn't win an Oscar. Because, moving away from movies, I'll watch a TV show that I really love that wasn't given an Emmy or something. Is that right? Emmys, TV shows win Emmys.
Emmys TV shows.
And, or it's on the CW, and she's like, that's trash. And
Because it's not critically acclaimed.
yeah.
Is she aware of the marketing aspect of winning Oscars?
I guess. She's so smart, so probably.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What if
Hopefully she doesn't listen to this.
Yeah. Listen to your
Alexa,
shit talking.
if you're listening, turn up the volume.
Alexa, I love you so much, but we are so
Fuck
different.
you. No. There's a really corrupt system to this whole thing. Because,
It's horrible.
yeah, because you can just pay your way to winning an
Yes.
Oscar. All you got to do is tell people, hey, I'll give you, here's $1,000, well, for my movie. It really is that simple. And sometimes a lot of movies come out with that and come out on the best picture end of things. But for this year, what you said, Mike, your mom said, they were just sharing the wealth.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone, I feel like they didn't want to piss everyone off. So they gave everyone something.
Which is also stupid because that's way too much of what society has turned into recently.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Trying not to piss anybody off. And
the
it's like,
pussification of America.
exactly.
Yeah.
Garbage.
It is garbage. And it's basically summed up with the fact that Green Book gets a random Best Picture win. They won Best Adapted Screenplay, which was
Yeah.
weird compared to the other ones that were nominated. Spike Lee got his first Oscar ever, which was odd for a movie
that was really weird.
that movie that a lot of people really liked, but nowhere on the top of. If you ask any Spike Lee fan, they're not going to say Black Klansman their top 3 Spike Lee movie. So that was weird. And even that one I can actually sort of get behind, because another thing that the Oscars does is they'll snub someone for decades, and then for some weird random movie that no one really cared about, that's the one they'll give.
The Revenant.
Exactly.
Right.
For Leo DiCaprio, he
Heck yeah.
memed himself into everyone saying, this guy needs a fucking Oscar. So he eats a fucking horse liver or something, and then they're like, you know what? This is the one we'll give him. When he
Maybe he'll stop being fucking weird.
Yeah. They're like, Leo, sit down. We understand. You
Okay,
really-
global warming is a sit down, Leo.
We're giving you the Oscar.
Okay, I'm
I
serious.
I cut my hand to win an award. It's not good enough.
He's like on stage.
Yeah.
This is what I've done.
Bleeding.
But did you eat an animal?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so we're gonna
Maybe
give the
next
award of this.
year.
Yeah. Are you gonna stop that? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
So, it just felt lame for a lot of it. I think like I said, the Olivia Colman win
It's great.
was a pleasant surprise.
That was
Yeah.
blew
No
my
one
mind.
expected it, but it was really nice to see.
Most obvious for me was Rami Malek.
Really?
Yeah.
You thought that was the most obvious for
Yeah,
you?
I knew he was gonna win Best Actor.
I had a sneaky suspicion that it was going to be Bradley Cooper. I
No.
felt like that was
No.
Oh,
I had
no.
not seen it.
Well, he was fine. But like, talking to my family members who have seen, you guys know that Star is Born is a remake.
This is the fourth
Mhm.
remake.
Yeah, and the older crowd that I've talked to were like, over it. They're like, this movie is
As are most people, yeah.
nothing special. But for those of us who are not having we're seeing it for the first time, we're like, well, this is great. This is a really powerful, relevant story about like the dangers of having it all, and succumbing to temptation and how wealth and power and celebrity can damage your relationships and everything, and how addiction damages relationships. All really relevant topics and really relevant themes. But for an older person who's seen this story done and overdone and done again, it's like, all right, it's not special anymore.
Mhm.
And we're seeing it from these celebrities who aren't relevant to us. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, like, someone in their 60s isn't going to care about them.
You're saying
Yeah.
us as in the older crowd. I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying. Yeah, and that's the Academy audience.
Yeah.
That's the Academy that's
Mhm.
voting, is the 60 and older,
Yeah.
dude that's seen that movie 3 times.
And
at this point.
I'm glad they appreciated the music and Lady Gaga because she's amazing, but
Again, the most surefire victory of the night.
That.
yeah.
Well, in my opinion, you're
Mhm.
saying Rami Malek was a shoo-in, but
Yeah.
I feel like Shallow was like
I thought
they were handing it to her before she even got
well,
there.
I thought the older crowd's feelings about the movie were going to cost them that
The
Oscar.
Shallow?
Yeah.
Really?
Like-
Wow. No, I thought I didn't think it was a fucking chance in hell.
Yeah.
That would have been the biggest shock of the night.
Mhm.
That would have been a huge snub.
What's that?
Shallow not winning.
Oh yeah.
If that had happened.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest snub of the night?
Oh. Honestly, I mean, I didn't see Roma, but I feel like Green Book winning over Roma was the biggest snub.
It's weird because you got to think of like cultural significance, because taking out the racial significance of Green Book, Roma, even not knowing what, even not having seen the movie, people that are generally familiar with the movie scene and understanding of each, because I'm aware of the synopsis of each film of each the best picture categories. The only one I saw was fucking Black Panther. So, out of the other ones that I didn't see, I was very well aware that Roma was overall respected as the best film. It was just shot the best. It was acted just superbly by a 100% Mexican cast. It was foreign. It was all in Spanish because it won Best Foreign Film.
Yep.
So, and from everyone that talks about the movie will tell you, it's like you do not see a movie that's you just don't see a movie that's about the maid. And
Yeah.
that was kind of like that weird thing that nobody really expected.
What?
Okay, and that's where I'll pause. Yeah. Hey, we're back. That was a quick pause for you guys, but we have a new challenger. It's Morgan.
Woo!
Hey, Morgan.
Hey!
She called in. Now she's actually here. She teleported. She's here to talk about her opinions on the Oscars. We're pretty much done. We covered everything we had to talk about, but let's hear what Morgan has to say. Morgan, what was your favorite speech of the night?
Olivia Colman.
That's what I thought. That was my pick.
I love her. I love how flustered she got.
Yep.
And then she just was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So,
She was really sweet.
I think she gave the best speech.
Rob shoves Morgan close to
Mike
the
and I were partial
microphone.
to the menstruation speech. But
Yeah, we
no,
like
that
that.
was super awkward.
Ooh.
Nope.
Morgan was
Why?
uncomfortable.
I was thoroughly uncomfortable.
She's
with that.
uncomfortable with menstruation. So
Morgan
what do
doesn't
you
like
expect?
periods.
Nope.
The
Period.
end.
The end.
Is it an end of
Topical.
sentence?
Yeah.
Is the actual name of it?
End of sentence.
Yeah, it's like period, end of sentence.
You're
or
confused.
something. It
No,
just,
it's
I don't know.
I'm like annoyed. It's period the end. It's like a like. when
That's
you're
not the name of the movie, though.
It's
I wasn't
not-
saying the name of the fucking movie.
It's a documentary. It's not a movie.
It's a fuck.
It's a documentary.
It's a documentary.
It was a
They're
short
It's a
movies, though.
documentary.
documentary,
But they're
short
movies, though.
subject.
It wasn't a
But it
short. It was a
isn't.
documentary.
It was short subject.
And we're back.
Morgan, what was your favorite performance of the night?
Oh
Oh.
Come on, say it. You know
If
what it
Say
is.
it right
she
off the
says
bat.
if she says Jennifer Hudson, I'm gonna leave.
no, God, no! I was cringing.
Yeah, that was ugly.
It was that I can't. I thought it was just me at first,
Can
but
I-
then hearing today that everyone else was like, "What was going
Yeah.
on?" I'm thoroughly happy.
I'm gonna take a guess that it's either Bette Midler or Lady Gaga.
No, it's
Oh,
either
neither one.
Lady Gaga and Bradley
Okay.
Cooper, or I did like Queen when they opened.
Oh,
Ah,
okay, okay,
I
fair.
did.
I guess that's fair.
Adam
yeah.
Lambert.
did.
I didn't really.
See-
I didn't really
Yeah,
include that because it wasn't one of the
right. Scheduled.
nominees.
Oh, okay. Well, I enjoyed it.
In my brain, I didn't include it, but I think that was a good addition to the conversation, Morgan. Don't
Mhm.
worry,
Okay.
I wasn't shitting on what you said.
Yeah, it's definitely between those two. I don't know if I can.
It was a good start.
choose. Yeah, it
Queen
was a
Queen
great
opening
start.
was a really good start.
Yeah.
And then
What do you
thank
think was the
Rob.
best? What do you think was the biggest snub of the night?
Oh, I think A Star Was Born.
A Star is Born
Yeah,
Born.
I think they got snubbed a little bit
from other
what?
categories,
from other
Respect.
categories. Yeah.
not just Best Picture. You think they should have won Best Picture, or they should have won other stuff? As
The
well?
actors, actress.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Really?
Do you think Bradley Cooper should have won Best Actor
Over Rami Malek.
over Rami Malek?
See, that's tough. I
Rami
think-
Malek.
If it's tough, then it's not a snub.
I don't know.
Yeah, if it's
Needs
oh
to
my
be-
God,
it's
why did
obvious.
this person win?
I
Then it's
just
not really
wish
a snub.
maybe it got a little bit more,
Okay.
but
I think she's just in love with the movie.
yeah.
A Star is Born, you're a big
She's
fan.
very partial.
Did you cry?
No,
Oh.
I cried.
You
when
didn't
they
cry.
sang.
Did you see it?
not yet.
So how did what?
Okay.
What?
So now here we
Absolutely
are.
ridiculous.
Now
You
we're
just
here.
assumed she
We're in this
saw
one.
it.
With her emotions, I couldn't imagine that she didn't see it.
Oh, that's funny.
This is
Plot
ridiculous.
twist.
She has so much to say on the subject, even like when we're not here.
About A Star is Born?
Yeah,
Really?
live.
That's hilarious.
What is this amateur hour?
Morgan,
we
what
do
was
talk.
what did you think was the most predictable win of the night? Like the oh my God, this person's got in the bag, and then they won.
Rami Malek with
Wow, Sam,
I
really?
fully-
Wow,
I fully
Yeah.
agree.
wow.
That was
Yeah.
obvious.
that was.
I feel he was like in my top 2 of people that I thought were gonna win Best Actor.
No,
I had it
he
I had it in
hands
the
down
back
would've
of my
won it.
mind, but
It
I was
just-
leaning somewhere else.
Who were you leaning towards?
I was leaning towards Bradley Cooper.
No.
No. Oh,
you-
Marketing wise, I have no idea how he was in the movie. I'm just
No,
saying
if you
they marketed it
watch-
so that Bradley Cooper was like, oh, this guy's great.
I was very
He
impressed.
directed it.
Yes, I was impressed that Bradley Cooper acted and directed. Like, because he's Bradley Cooper, what does he do? But like,
And he hasn't won
He
yet.
acts
And
and directs.
Yeah.
You just said what he does.
I know, but
And
still.
he can sing. We
Kind
know
of.
he can
Kind
sing.
of.
Kind of.
I feel like
God.
Rami Malek. I feel like Rami Malek was a nice brand new rookie on the scene
Yeah.
that had a couple years left before he was going to get his due.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like Bradley Cooper had his moment and now he's lost it. So that's why. And
No,
to no
I don't
problem.
think so.
I couldn't give a shit less. He's a millionaire. He'll be fine. He's not going to lose any sleep over it.
No, I think this will like force him to be like, I'm gonna do.
Yeah, he's going to make
Better.
an
I'm
even
gonna-
sadder
yeah.
movie now just
Yeah,
to make
and he's
himself
gonna-
cry more
Yeah.
Well,
in a movie.
you know, I
I
think
mean,
that
he already
was
did Addiction. What else can he do?
Die.
Die. He did.
That's what Rami Malek did.
Well, can I spoil it?
No.
No.
Sorry.
In A Star is Born?
Yeah.
Well, you just
No.
did by saying that. So.
Well, if
I
you've-
didn't catch it. So
If you've seen
no.
or heard any of the other movies, you would know what happens. Just saying.
Really?
So,
Stop.
Anyways.
I don't- stop. No
anyways,
spoilers.
All right. Well, spoilers. Freddie Mercury dies. So.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Come
Uh,
on!
And the last,
Yeah.
last one, biggest shock win. Like the holy shit! I can't believe that just won.
Maybe Green Book for
Yeah. Best
Yeah,
picture.
that's
yeah,
I think
for
we
Best
all
Picture.
agreed.
we
Yeah.
didn't know about
Yeah.
this movie till yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I knew about it. I just
I
did
did.
not expect it to beat Roma.
Yes.
I didn't expect that at all.
Let me ask
I
you guys
didn't
a
even
question.
hear about Roma. I didn't even know what that was.
Let me ask you a question. Based on everything you've seen last night at the Oscars, what's the one movie that you are going to go out of your way to see?
Star is Born
Bohemian Rhapsody.
and
Green
Bohemian
Book.
Rhapsody.
I have to go out of my way to see
Green Book,
Yeah.
because I want to see what the fuck won
that.
Best Picture.
That's fair. I felt the same way about
I-
Moonlight last year.
I actually feel the same way about The Favorite. I thought it
Me
was
too.
weird.
Oh, I
when
wanna
they
see that
called
too.
it
really wanna
that,
see
but
that
now
now.
I'm intrigued.
The one reason being Olivia Colman's
Yeah.
speech, I
Yeah.
want to go see that movie.
Well,
Yeah.
I love those historical.
Yeah,
historical
I'm sure
movies.
you'd like
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that's what you majored in.
Also, Mary Queen of Scots was up for a couple awards
Wasn't
this
even
year.
mentioned the whole night.
No,
Not
because
even
for
talked
like
about
it
best
wasn't-
costume.
yeah,
and
it,
stuff, they
it
didn't
wasn't a
win.
good movie. Like
Ah,
it's
well.
it's a great story, and I felt like it. I was so excited to see that movie because that's my shit.
Being a history major.
Right, but it did not. I left feeling like disappointed. I was like, that was not what it should have been.
I heard The Favorite was really good and the ending
Yeah.
was bad.
See, I'm gonna go a totally different direction. I really want to see Black Klansman.
Oh yeah,
Huh.
I wanted to see that too for Adam Driver.
I
Right.
never
Yeah,
heard
that's
of
why
that.
I wanna
really
see that
wanna
movie.
see that movie.
I
I
love
never
him.
even heard of that until
Me either. And then
That's great.
the Oscars really intrigued me with it last night.
You were gonna say something, Morgan? Just 2 seconds ago. You forgot.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I will say I'm kind of changing the subject, but not really. The one biggest, like, shocking nomination for Best Picture to me was Black Panther.
Yeah.
Me too.
We
Like-
covered this a
like
few
it's
weeks
just-
ago.
Yeah.
Like, it's a superhero movie getting nominated for an Oscar. Like,
Yeah, which is amazing.
Hey, and if you want to hear our perspective on it,
But,
go tune into that episode from 3 weeks ago. No, go ahead. You guys can talk about it. Mike and I already covered this, so we'll let
Yeah.
you guys take the
I
reins.
just think it's weird. Like, when you think of the Oscars, I don't think, like, superhero movie. Like, I think of that
Oh,
for,
you
like,
go that
special
route.
effects
Okay.
and, like, costume design and set design, which it won for set design.
It won for all the.
But
like,
that
the-
was
Yeah.
my
the
biggest
costumes and all
snub. No, but that was my biggest snub that it didn't win makeup and hair. Vice
No.
Vice won makeup and hair.
Yeah, because you couldn't even tell it's Christian Bale.
that. Yes, you could.
I couldn't.
No, you-
Totally.
The
could.
o-
You
the-
could? You
the-
couldn't?
No, I
No.
was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
only,
he said
the
that.
only way I could
He's like,
see
"That's
it
Christian
was,
Bale."
was his mouth.
Wow.
That's it. Like
Yes.
his mouth and his teeth.
You're
that's
right.
the only thing that's at least somewhat noticeable.
It was
on
his
him.
mouth.
Yeah.
And his voice. I was like, what the fuck is Batman doing in a Dick Cheney suit?
I guess that.
But no, I literally had no idea that was him.
I guess that's fair because I guess I have the unfair advantage. I knew he was cast before the movie even
Oh,
came
well,
out,
you
so I
said.
knew that was going into that. But
I
I
think
just saw it
Black
the whole
Panther
time.
should have won best makeup and hair because
you think they should have cleaned up all of the
that whole
costume
thing,
production design
that
categories?
whole thing.
Honestly, it's well deserved even if they did.
Yeah.
That movie was great for that.
That
I mean, the
movie-
movie was great in general.
movie was
but-
just-
I will
okay.
say I'm
It's not-
so excited that Regina King finally won an Oscar.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
She's very.
I am
Yes.
so happy about
Yep.
that.
That's like a really close second to my favorite speech. of the
Another
night.
favorite Oscar moment when Chris Evans walked Regina King up.
Yes,
Yes.
Captain America.
Yes.
Because she
Captain
was like
America being
tripping on
Captain
her dress,
America.
and he was like, "I got you."
Got you, babe.
What was that? Was that it?
Love
Did we-
that man.
Did
we
he
hit all
also
of it?
walk up Betty White? I'm pretty
Betty
sure
White
he
think
did.
he
wasn't.
did.
Betty White wasn't there.
Betty White was not
this
there.
year, but
But didn't he walk up Betty White?
at one point I
Yes.
believe he did.
I think
Yes.
they were presenting an award, and he walked out with her.
Whatever.
Still
He
adorable.
still helped her. God damn it.
He's Captain America.
He
Speaking of
helps
Captain
everyone.
America,
I knew
It's
Before-
time
No.
for the Avengers 4 speculation section.
so to the
Whatever.
uninitiated, which would be 2 of the 5 of us, Jesus Christ, this is too much.
Counting.
We need a bigger table.
We need a bigger microphone.
We
My-
need a bigger room.
Morgan's ass hurts.
Yeah, my ass hurts. From
We
this
need
chair.
a bigger chair.
We're winding it down here. So every week, well, it wasn't. It was every week. Now we're gonna go back to weekly, but every week we did predict one single thing that will happen in Avengers 4. One thing, not a grand conspiracy, not a grand theory, just one moment
Random
that will
thing.
happen in that
Oh,
movie.
God.
And we've been doing one every week.
Do you want to
this
give a quick
podcast.
rundown of what we've come up
Yeah,
with so
I need-
far?
Yeah.
Well, and then we'll do ours first,
Yeah.
so they have
Yeah,
an
yeah.
idea on what we're doing here, and Rob will do his. So the first week we were talking about because the first Avengers trailer had come out, the Avengers 4 trailer, the first one came out, and we were talking about you had predicted that Captain America will cry one single tear
Oh my
Yes.
God.
the entire movie,
Yep, that's what I said.
and I said because that was in the trailer, I said that trailer tear will be the only tear in this entire movie. And Mike is stuck to that prediction to this day. Mine was that Captain America will not die. I think he'll be alive by the end of it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mine was Pepper Potts will be alive.
That's all he said. That's Mike's prediction.
Okay.
One of Mike's predictions.
Okay.
God, I hope so.
You want to talk about Farmer Thanos?
So Farmer Thanos will enjoy one piece of whatever he's growing on his space farm.
because he looks like he's a farmer in his trailers now. So Mike has predicted that throughout the film, at one point, Thanos will eat something
That he has grown.
It will be homegrown.
Whether it's a vegetable or an animal he's
You have
raised.
the weirdest thoughts.
It's watch the trailer and tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well,
He has the
So,
weirdest thoughts.
I forget the rest. Go back and listen to them if you want to hear them all. But yeah, we'll kick it off. You guys think of yours.
Does it have to be detailed?
No, that's
Give
what
me
I'm saying.
anything.
It
Okay.
shouldn't be detailed.
One of mine
Then
was
I
Nick
have mine.
Fury will shoot at least one bullet.
That's another yeah. Even though
Even
even
though
though
he's
Rob had no idea he was dead going in.
No, I had an idea. I totally forgot about it, but I knew. But I'm sticking to it.
Doesn't mean he could come back and then just shoot around.
Oh.
He will shoot one bullet. God damn it.
I should mention, in case either of you return before Endgame comes out, you have a chance in the future to take back a prediction. But that's your prediction for the week. You can't
okay.
come up with a new one after that.
Can I make mine?
Do you want to go right
Go
now?
ahead.
Yes.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go
I
for it.
want Gamora back.
What
So
does
you-
that? No.
So,
What
so
are you
you-
predicting?
No, you can't
I'm
say that you
predicting-
want something.
I'm
Yeah.
predicting that we're gonna get Gamora back.
Okay,
She'll
so
be alive
Gamora's going to be alive
by
again.
the end of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a hot take.
That's not a hot take. It's definitely gonna happen. Go ahead.
So is that your prediction?
Is that
No.
your prediction?
I'm agreeing with
Because it
Kalen's.
kind of sounds like your
I'm
prediction.
agreeing with Kalen's prediction.
We went through this the last
No,
time.
I'm agreeing with Kalen's. Go ahead, Morgan.
I'm gonna say Nebula is gonna fuck shit up.
So Nebula's going to be a badass in this movie?
That's
Yeah.
broad.
Wow.
That's like
I
the
think
first time that would be happening.
I think
she
she's
has
gonna-
pretty much gotten her ass kicked every time.
I think she's gonna come in clutch.
She's kind of a shitty robot.
She's gonna bring Gamora back.
Android.
I think she's
I'm just putting
I
it
think
out there.
she's gonna-
She's an android.
No,
Okay.
she's a cyborg.
yeah.
Nope.
What's the difference?
A cyborg is a cybernetic human, like
Yeah.
well, in Nebula's case, an alien, but
And
Got it.
they
Okay.
have
Android
they
is
have
just
robot
a
parts,
robot
but
that
they're
looks like human.
Got it.
they're a person. They have
Like
the soul of a
the-
human.
It's like the with the eye. What's his name? The red eye?
Terminator.
No, not the Terminator. He's in the superhero
Cyborg?
movies.
Cyborg.
Yes.
Oh, Cyborg.
Yes.
Ah.
His name
His
fits
name
him.
From
is
everyone's
Cyborg.
favorite, Justice League.
Yes.
Boo.
Surprised Act didn't get nominated for anything.
Rob, you have a well, maybe because it came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, but back then.
Rob, what's your prediction?
Did you guys see Steppenwolf? He looked awesome.
Said nobody.
Well, Rob
That's
said
what I'm saying. Like, why didn't anyone think that?
Anyway, you're making us uncomfortable.
You're making us uncomfortable.
My back is killing me.
Coming from the newbie, jeez.
Yeah. Roasted.
My prediction is that Thanos is gonna choke Tony Stark
Ooh,
to near death.
Interesting.
sexy.
Whatever you're into, man.
Can I make another one?
No,
No, it's one.
Takes away from the point of the goddamn thing.
Zach, what's your prediction?
My prediction is that there will be one dance break.
Ooh.
Weird flex, but okay.
Somebody is gonna dance in this movie.
Okay. Even though Star-Lord's dead.
Yeah.
Why does he have to be the one that dances?
Star-
What if Captain America's dancing with his dead girlfriend?
Okay, they're not gonna go back that
Name
far.
is Agent Carter. That's what it is.
Great.
Peggy.
So-
How do you know?
Peggy Carter.
How do you know they're not gonna go back there?
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, I'm
you didn't
predicting.
make the movie.
Oh my God. They're not gonna like redo every
You can't say. You don't say that.
So my prediction is Farmer Thanos
Oh boy, we're back to Farmer Thanos.
will scream out in anger at least one time in this movie.
Oh, in anger,
In
even though
anger.
he has succeeded already,
Well,
you think he'll get
his
angry?
plans will be thwarted, otherwise it wouldn't be a movie.
Doesn't
So,
he just scream in general?
No.
He did a couple
Well, he
times
did once, yeah.
in Infinity War.
Okay, question. Just to refresh my memory, is his whole hand effed up
Yes.
from the
Oh, for
from
sure.
doing the
Yes.
snap?
Yeah,
Yes.
they show he has bandages on his
Right.
hand in the trailer.
Okay.
So yeah, he's all fucked
So
up.
the gauntlet thing was like crushed.
That's-
It's
right?
broken.
That's
It's broken.
busted.
Okay.
He still used it though,
Yeah.
which is weird. So
Maybe that's
We'll
why
see.
he got fucked up.
We'll see what
well,
happens.
he fucked up his hand from the snap, but he still used it right afterwards. So it's weird.
Oh.
We'll figure it out. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
One way or the
We'll figure it
other, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
When the
Sounds
movie
good.
comes out, whenever it comes out, I forgot.
Sounds
April.
good.
That's what it is.
Oh,
Also
shit,
coming
really?
in April,
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Stay tuned. We just might do a trivia show Isn't that exciting?
Oh my god, I will so be on that show.
You'll be on Game of Thrones trivia?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
you can't because Kaylin and I are already competing, so.
Head to
Bro.
head.
Bro,
Head to head, tit
three-way.
to tit.
Three-way.
No.
Let's do it.
What if?
I don't
Maybe
know if I
don't-
like the
I
sound
was
of
about to
that.
say, I don't feel comfortable you
Yeah.
suggesting that without here. Anyway.
I'll let it go. We'll do this.
For the sake of the channel.
Right. For entertainment purposes only.
Next time on Pack Fools podcast, 3-way. Is it okay?
I was going to say
When it's
something.
Game of
Oh, yeah.
Thrones, it is.
So.
Did you just say Pack of Fools podcast?
No.
So, you guys might have, if anyone's watching that's watched other ones, you might have noticed something weird. We didn't play our normal intro. That was our dear friend Michael
Oh, yes.
playing the sweet, sweet guitar
Indeed.
to intro the show.
Playing Shallow by Lady Gaga.
Topical.
Sha-la-la-la-lo, right?
So, Mike
Right.
Shut up.
will
Kudos.
now play us out again. It's playing right now, so
Oh, nice.
that's what's happening. And
Sounds good.
We're going to fade out now
Okay.
to me saying, I'm Zach.
I'm Rob.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Kaylin.
And I'm Mike.